Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I want to share with you my favorite Netflix series. So I absolutely love watching series. Throughout my life, I have watched many of them. I prefer to watch series over movies because I find it quite difficult to find a good movie, and when I eventually find it, it lasts around 1 or 2 hours, which is not a lot considering the time I have spent to find it. So that's why I prefer to watch series, because when you find a good one, there is usually 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 seasons, so you can binge watch them, which I absolutely love to do and I'm guilty of. So without further ado, let's dive into this video. So the first show on my list is 13 Reasons Why. So this series is very popular on Netflix. It's about a teenage girl who committed suicide and then recorded 13 tapes explaining her reasons for doing it. After she died, her friends listened to those tapes and there is a whole drama surrounding those tapes and her suicide. I found this series very interesting, although if you suffer from depression, I think it might not be the best idea to watch this series because it is quite dark and can be triggering. Nevertheless, I really enjoyed watching this series. So the next show on my list is called Power. Now this series is definitely one of my favorites. It is about drug dealers, sex, and well, power. This series is so addictive. It is one of those that when you start watching it, you really can't stop. This series has 6 seasons, which is amazing, but unfortunately, I finished all of them and I can't lie, I feel quite sad about it. But if you haven't watched it, then first of all, I feel jealous, and second of all, definitely do it. So the next show on my list is called Spinning Out, and it is about a girl who is a professional skater and also has some mental issues, just like her mother. This show is quite nostalgic and maybe even a bit sad, but nevertheless, I really enjoyed watching it. So another great series is called Atypical, and this show is about a teenage boy who has autism but tries to live a normal life and even gets a girlfriend. I would say that this show is a feel-good show and it also has some funny moments which I really enjoyed. So if you haven't watched it and you want to watch something light-hearted, then I definitely recommend giving this one a go. So another great series, which is definitely one of my favorites, is called American Horror Story. This series, as the title says, is a horror series. It's about ghosts, witches, mad people and other scary stuff. I think it has around 7 or 8 seasons, which is great, and of course I watched all of them. So yeah, I really love this series as I quite enjoy watching horror movies, so if you do too, I highly recommend watching this series. So another amazing series is called Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. So this series is about a girl who moved to another city for her ex-boyfriend. She also suffers from borderline personality disorder, which makes her life a bit more difficult and interesting. This show is a comedy. I laughed a lot when I watched it, so if you like to watch comedies, then I highly recommend giving this series a go. So another great series is called Jane the Virgin. This series is a telenovela, and if you don't know what it is, then I'll tell you that it is a type of limited-run serial drama similar to soap opera. So in this series there is a lot of drama and a lot of twists and turns. So this series is about a girl who never had sex but got artificially inseminated by her doctor by accident. So this series has 5 seasons and I really enjoyed watching it as there was a lot of drama and funny scenes. So another show that I really enjoyed watching is called Shadowhunters. So this series is about young people who are shadow hunters, which means that their job is to fight demons. There are also vampires, warlocks and other fiction creatures. This show is of course not only about that, but it is also about family, love and friendships. It is definitely one of my favorite series that I watched during quarantine and I highly recommend watching it. So another great series on Netflix is called Selling Sunset. This show is about very fancy property agents who sell properties worth millions of dollars in Los Angeles. There is also a lot of drama in the office and between the girls who work there. So if you're anything like me and you love to look at beautiful properties and imagine yourself living there one day, then I highly recommend watching this series. So the next series on my list is called The Vampire Diaries. So as the title says, this show is about vampires and witches, but similarly to Shadowhunters, it is not only about that, it is also about love, friendships, family. I have to admit, I cried many times watching this series as there is so many twists and turns, which I think we all love so very much. I watched this show quite a long time ago, but it is still one of my favorites. So the last series that I'm gonna be talking about today is called The Originals. This series is a spin-off from Vampire Diaries, so if you watched Vampire Diaries and you enjoyed watching it, then you will probably want to watch this series as well. So, just like that, we have reached the end of this video. I'm not gonna lie, I watched much more shows than this, so if you would like a part 2, then please give this video a big thumbs up. You can also share in the comments your favorite shows and series, because I think I have watched all of them. Well, probably not, but I really don't know what to watch next. So please, if you have any recommendations, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. And in the meantime, I'll catch you all next Thursday. Bye! Okay, two last. And we're done. And we need to be done. I think this video will be great, or maybe not.